Jet, you got anything this week?
Yeah, me and Andre will just go back to back. What are the two movies? Uh, I had talked about at the end of 2024 how we obviously want to upgrade the pod, do bigger and better, and I want to get into these movies that a lot of people don't actually watch. Like we said, a lot of people watch the Dunes, the Transformers, big movies like that, big budget movies like that. But I want to get into these movies that get Oscar nominated, Golden Globe nominated, that you see these movies. If you watch these award shows, you see these movies time and time again. Obviously, with the Golden Globes, like we talked about last week, I watched that whole award show and it was the same movies. We talked about the nominations, but it was the same movies over and over again. So we started that and we checked out Emilia Pérez on Netflix. Very controversial movie. Super controversial movie. After finishing it, I actually, because I didn't want to spoil myself, so I actually, after watching it, was listening to people talk about it, how they felt, what their problems were. And for people that don't know, the movie is by a French filmmaker who he literally did an interview because the movie is set in Mexico, and he literally did an interview and they asked him if he did any research about Mexico, and he literally said no, he knows enough. So that was problematic in and of itself going into that. And then something that I didn't know about Emilia Pérez was that it was a musical. So that was a shocker to me going into it. So obviously I'm not going to talk about the whole movie here, but just to get into it real quick, the plot I thought was actually really interesting. And it has some twists and turns in there, and I was like, oh shit, damn, really? That's what we're doing? That's crazy. But at the core of it, the movie is a musical. And having seen Wicked, it's like, no. Like, I don't know how Emilia Pérez beat Wicked for that musical category at the Golden Globes. It makes no fucking sense to me. Those Emilia Pérez songs, outside of maybe two of them is being generous, but those songs are god awful. And there's a song in there about I'm not even gonna say that, but there's a song in there about something, and like it's the song that social media is talking about. I don't know how the hell that made the final production. Crazy choices. But I thought the plot was interesting. And seeing the nominations, because Selena Gomez got a nomination, I guess it was for supporting role. I saw somebody say that this is Selena Gomez's worst performance. It's valid. I honestly can't say you're wrong. Andrea being, a Spanish speaker, literally every time Selena Gomez spoke Spanish, she was like, what the hell did she just say? What the hell was that? Like, obviously she speaks Spanish. So I'm like, well, damn. The movie's in Spanish. Also, that was another thing. It's in Spanish and English. He's a Frenchman, doesn't speak either language. So that was something. So yeah, there's that. Everybody said the movie, like, a lot of people are saying the movie's bad. I don't think it's bad, but if you look at it from like it being a musical, it's like, damn, well, I kind of see that. But I see the vision. I understand it, but I can see how it's problematic. Like, listening to the two communities that movie is about, I can see how it's a problematic movie. But Zoe Saldana, because that was the other one that was obviously nominated, and the Oscar nominations come out January 19th. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, but for Golden Globes, obviously she won in that first category. Yeah, she deserved it. She killed it. That shit was phenomenal. She was great. But yeah, I don't know if you have. I said a lot about it. I don't know if you have anything you want to say about it.
I mean, I agree. It's a well-made movie. That's what it is. It's just a little like controversial. It's not like Madam Web. Like, that's not a well-made movie. But this is like, it's a well-made movie. It's just a little controversial, and I don't know. The musical was like, it's a really serious movie as well, and the musical was like taking me out. Like, there would be like sad scenes, and they start singing. I'm like, I don't know, like it would just take me out. So yeah, I mean, I agree with what you said. but it's not. It's interesting. It's not boring in any sense. Like it's not boring at all. It's interesting. But yeah, it's all right.
So yeah, Emilia Perez. That's one down. Obviously, Conclave, The Substance, The Brutalist. Like I still have to watch those, and honestly, I got to get on it before. I don't know when is the Oscars.
Man.
Does anyone know when the Oscars is?
I think they're pushing them. I think they're pushing it back due to the fires that are happening in LA.
Right.
I could be wrong, but The Substance. Oh man, just wait. Demi Moore, man, she has it. Oh, she has
Yeah,
it. Man.
yeah, and she won the Golden Globe for her thing, and I believe it.
She is so good, so good. And you know what's
Yeah,
funny?
I can't wait.
I actually have that. Revenge right there. That's our first feature film. I keep forgetting how to say her name. I think,
Demi Moore.
no, not Demi Moore. The director that directed this and the Substance. She's a uh, French director, I believe. I could be
Them
wrong,
French, man.
but I think so. I could be wrong. But if you've never seen this, Revenge, I would highly recommend it. Boy, this movie's brutal. It's ultimately like this movie. And oh man, here we go. They call her One Eye. This is Thriller. So if you like, yeah. So if you like these type of movies, where women revenge films, I would highly recommend both of them.
There you go.
But yeah,